All right, so today we're diving into something pretty special. This isn't just about breaking down a couple of magic tricks. No, this is a look at an absolute masterclass in storytelling. We're going to explore how one magician took the world of Stranger Things, a world of fiction, right, and made it feel unbelievably real for the very actors who bring that world to life. And this was their reaction. I mean, you can just feel it in that quote. That is so crazy, my favorite interview today. It's just pure, unscripted astonishment. This really sets the stage for everything we're about to unpack, because this wasn't just some fun little interview segment. It was a genuine experience that left them completely speechless. So the real question is, how in the world did he pull it off?
Okay, so first things first. Let's meet the architect of this whole experience. We're talking about Roberto Polaris. And you've got to understand, he wasn't just some random magician doing a few card tricks. He was a storyteller with a very, very specific and ambitious plan. And he laid it all out right from the very beginning. His mission statement was crystal clear. He told them, "We're going to try to bring the magic of Stranger Things into real life." That single sentence told the cast and us everything we need to know. This wasn't about fooling them. It was about connection, it was about theme, and it was about making the impossible feel totally possible, right there in their own universe. And right here, this is the secret sauce. This is the key to the whole thing. The real genius wasn't in any one trick, it was in the structure. The magician built a perfect 3-act story, and with each act, he pulled the cast deeper and deeper into the world they thought they only pretended to live in. All right, let's get into it. Act 1, the goal here. It's simple, but man, is it powerful. He needed to establish a direct, almost fated connection between the actors and the characters they play on screen. And this is how he sets it up. He pulls out this custom-made Stranger Things deck of cards, has each of the 4 actors cut the deck wherever they feel like it, and then he just poses this wild question. It's almost a challenge. Wouldn't it be amazing that you guys cut it exactly to your character in Stranger Things? He's just planting the seed for something that feels completely impossible. And then, the unbelievable happens. It works. Sadie Sink, she cuts right to the Max card. Caleb McLaughlin, Lucas. Gaten Matarazzo gets Dustin, and Finn Wolfhard finds Mike. One by one, they flip the card over, and it's their own character staring back at them. I mean, the odds are just astronomical, and their reactions? Well, they tell you everything you need to know. And you just get this incredible rapid-fire chain reaction of pure shock. First, you hear a simple stunned wow from Sadie Sink. Then Caleb McLaughlin just comes in with a flat-out, "No way." Followed immediately by Finn Wolfhard's, "Oh my gosh." Followed immediately by Finn Wolfhard's, "Oh my gosh." And then Gaten Matarazzo just wraps it all up perfectly with, "Hey Kings." In the span of like 10 seconds, with just one trick, the magician has completely blurred the lines. He's established the theme for the day. You aren't just actors anymore. You are in the world of Stranger Things. All right, so let's move on to Act 2 and think about it. Where do you even go from there? Well, if their identities are now magically tied to their characters, the next logical question is, do they also have their powers? And you can see the escalation right here. We've gone from Act 1, which was all about fate with the card trick, to Act 2, which is all about power with a bell. The stakes, they just got raised big time. And the power, of course, has to be telekinesis, right? I mean, it's Eleven's signature move. So Polaris brings out this little bell, and he asks Caleb McLaughlin to hold it perfectly still. Meanwhile, the rest of the cast, they have to focus all their mental energy on it, just like Eleven would. And then, the bell rings, all by itself. Caleb is absolutely adamant. He swears he didn't move a muscle. But listen to his description, because this is what's so fascinating. He says it felt like someone was moving it, like an external force. See the shift? The magic isn't something they're doing anymore. It's something that is happening to them. And that brings us to the grand finale, Act 3. So he's established their identities, he's tested their powers. So the final act has to go somewhere even deeper. It has to go right inside their minds. This is the ultimate test. Now, the magician frames this final part so cleverly. He taps right into a huge theme from the show's latest season. This idea that your favorite song, your savior song, can literally pull you out of the upside down. And for this final challenge, he turns to Finn Wolfhard, who everyone knows is super passionate about music.
Okay, now look at the conditions he sets up. This is so important. First, Finn has to think of a personal savior song. Second, and this is crucial, it has to be a song he has never mentioned publicly. No interviews, nothing. Then he just has to close his eyes, imagine listening to it, and repeat only the name of the song in his head. No words, no writing, no clues whatsoever. This is set up to be a pure, straight-up, impossible mind-reading feat. So the magician writes down his prediction on a little board. Then he asks Finn to reveal the song he was thinking of. The song is Help. The magician turns over his board, and it's a perfect match. Help! And the room it absolutely erupts. And this quote from Finn is exactly why it landed with such an impact. It wasn't just some random song he picked. He explains it was one of the songs he listened to most as a little kid. It was deeply personal, a core childhood memory. The magician didn't just guess a song title, it felt like he reached in and plucked a piece of Finn's history right out of his mind. Okay, so let's pull back for a second and really analyze this. Why did this work so well? Why was this so much more impactful than just your average magic show? Well, it all comes down to a few brilliant principles of storytelling. Really, it boils down to these three key things. First, you have thematic cohesion. Every single trick, every effect was tied directly back to the world of Stranger Things. It felt like it belonged there. Second, there was that personal connection. The magic wasn't just a performance happening at them, it was happening to them and through them. And finally, the escalating stakes. He didn't start with the biggest trick. He built it up beautifully, from a fun card trick all the way to this deep, personal, and impossible revelation. And that really just leaves us with this one big question to think about. What we saw wasn't just clever sleight of hand or deception. It was a masterclass in how to build a narrative. And it kind of proves that when you wrap a trick inside a powerful, personal story, it stops feeling like a trick. For a few minutes, for those actors in that room, it felt completely, totally real.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.